Yeah, Coach, congratulations on your win. What do you think's been the difference in your team this weekend from the last couple of weeks?
Man, that's a tough question. This game is just, it's a lot of ups and downs, and you just have to figure out how to handle it, get through it, and move on. I think we've done a good job on the mental side, dealing with the disappointment of the Florida series and then Auburn, and I really liked the way we played on Tuesday against Little Rock. We did a lot of talking on Monday before the game about some things. Did a lot of talking and practicing on Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday was over here, so I don't know. Just I don't know. Sometimes you match up better against some teams, and sometimes you just kind of get into a groove. You get comfortable. But whatever it is, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Has something changed with Damian Ruiz in the last 4 or 5 days? Because I think at Swatters Club you reiterated maybe a month still with that injury.
Yeah, so it changed when we had a workout on Wednesday, and it's a kind of a really just some offensive stuff, not a super organized full team practice after the Tuesday night game because we worked out on Monday. And I looking down the right field line, and there's Ruiz running about, I don't know, it looked like about 80%. I'm like, what in the world's going on? And then they came up to me and said, the last few days he's been really good. He feels a lot better. And might even be cleared to play this weekend. I'm like, okay, sounds good to me. I didn't know, where it was. And he also swung the bat that day, and he hit the ball really well. So, when we got down here Thursday, he ran around, did a lot of things. I think he was a little bit sore yesterday, he told me, from the workout on Thursday, but today he said he felt great. And so we went ahead and put him out there, and he did a great job.
Yeah, you had the big eighth inning last night, big eighth and ninth inning tonight. It seems like you've really gotten after Alabama's bullpen quite a bit. What have you thought about getting their starters out to where you have an opportunity to get to those relief pitchers?
Yeah, we've done a pretty good job the last couple of days of putting together a couple innings where we made their starters throw a lot of pitches. They've had some quick innings on us, but we've made up for it here and there with some 20 plus pitch innings. And that's kind of what went on today. And then, the bullpen, once they came in, I felt like we were really patient and laid off some borderline pitches until we got one we could handle, and we drove balls all over the field.
Jackson, go ahead.
Sure, Dave. I mean, one more on Damien. It doesn't look like he's 100% right now. I mean, is that can that be a galvanizing thing for the team? A guy comes back earlier than anticipated. He's gotten through some things and very productive today for you.
Oh yeah, definite, just boost to be able to get him back. It gives us some speed. It gives us some experience. And, I didn't want him to feel like, that he had to be all this, leadoff type guy today. I just wanted to put him in the middle of the order, let him drive in some runs. And, that's what he did. So no, it was definitely a mental boost for our team.
What can you say of your takes on Gibbler and Fisher, guys in new pitching roles today, and what you saw from them?
Yeah, it was interesting. I thought Gibbler's stuff was pretty good. His command wasn't great. He had a lot of counts where, he had 3-2 counts, and I don't know how many he walked. I'm looking at it right now. I thought it was four, and yeah, it is. And I feel like that, they ran us on us a little bit early. We had a chance to pick a guy off second. We talked about that. I almost feel like it was like a really good learning experience for him today. And I'm glad that he pitched good enough to keep us in the game. And I think he'll be even better next week.
The two big innings happened at the end, but just how critical did that fifth inning, I guess, feel when you guys got the 3 runs? Not a lot of hard contact, but balls found some holes, and the guys executed some at bats there too to move runners and everything.
Yeah, we did a good job all night of having some at bats where, you know, They move runners, quality at bats, a lot of pitches. Maybe guys weren't getting hits, but they advanced runner. They got a leadoff double. Next guy gets him to third. Next guy gets him in. Um, because it was awfully tight. It's like we couldn't quite get Adams. Like that big hit. Guy just missed balls, hit a couple balls to the warning track, and he survived. And then we got his pitch can up, and they didn't send him back out in the seventh, and then we went to work, scored 11 runs the next two innings.
Are you ready to announce a starter for tomorrow?
uh, yeah, I would say we're going to go with Tate McGuire.
Okay. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Jared, go ahead.
Coach, it seems a lot this weekend that you've been adding to your lead. You've been scoring runs. What have you seen from your hitters whenever you're down? Whenever that you have runners in scoring positions, and whenever a team gives you another out to work with.
Well, I mean, last night they gave us four outs in an inning, and we jumped all over it. Tonight, maybe a couple of times, but you know, that had been a little bit of an issue. We were leaving too many runners out there, and it seems like, at least this week, we've had some really good at bats with runners in scoring position, and the RBIs have definitely been up. I mean, just like, Ryder today fought that guy as hard as he could, and he finally got a sac fly to center field. And at the time, that was a big run. And those are the ones maybe we'd been leaving out there in the past. So once you kind of get it going, usually you keep it going.
Your first series win in Tuscaloosa since 2019. What do you how do you feel, getting a win out of this series in Tuscaloosa, and what more do you want to see from your players to get a sweep tomorrow?
Well, I mean, it's good winning. Winning on the road's tough, and winning a series is tough. But uh, you know, Alabama's had good teams. They're really good at home. I mean, they'd won 18 games in a row at home until we beat them yesterday. They lost first game of the season at home, then they won 18 straight. And what I expect our guys to do is just, enjoy this win for another couple hours, relax, and get ready to try to sweep a really good team on the road. I mean, this is a top 10 team we're playing. It's kind of, we had been on a roll. I mean, they scored 16 runs on Tuesday night. It doesn't matter who you're playing, that's a lot of runs. So expect us to go out and play hard tomorrow and see what happens.
Did you think you'd see Robinette beat out a bunt for a single this weekend?
Well, I'm glad he got it down. It was great that he beat it out. It really, added to the scoring. But yeah, I mean, he's usually a pretty good bunter, and he runs better than people realize. He's a big guy, but he's got long strides, and he gets down the line pretty good.
Matt, close it out. We've got Poppy and Louise on deck.
Okay, yeah, who knows how big that eighth inning is if Cam Kozel doesn't make that swim move and get into second base. I wonder what your perspective was. And when he comes up as animated as he is, do you even think twice about challenging that?
No, I had to challenge that no matter what. What a great play by the left fielder. I mean, he knew his field. He got right where he needed to be, took the ball off the wall, and just threw a really good throw from our angle. And I was down at the end of the dugout, kind of towards first base. It looked like he got in. Obviously, I'm a long way from the play. And I don't know. I honestly, on the replay, I didn't like where the umpire was standing. I didn't think he had a good look. I thought he was kind of cut off. I don't know. I thought he should have maybe been on the other side of it. But anyway, when we saw the replay, we on their scoreboard, which isn't like, perfect, we thought he got in. And they kept showing all kinds of angles. And there was one angle that looked like his hand hit before he got touched, probably on the chest. And I know who back in Birmingham, they've got really clear look at it, but they did take a long time to make a decision. So that was making me nervous.
You said Monday you were going to really reinforce that two strike approach and practice that day, and strikeouts have been lower this weekend than the past weekends for you. What have you seen different offensively in that regard?
Well, a lot of it has to just do with confidence. Guys, fighting and feel good about what they're doing at the plate and working to get to another pitch that they can handle. No, it's been good. We've been, facing guys that strike a lot of people out, and that includes yesterday and again today, and we shut it down a little bit. And when you put the bat on the ball, usually good things happen.
Last one for me. You've lost, I think, three straight on Sunday, going back to South Carolina. You think the team has learned anything from these last few weeks and the finale they can carry into tomorrow's game?
Well, I hope so. It's hard to win in this league, and all as we have is that we have a chance to sweep on the road a top 10 team, and all as Alabama has is a chance to win one game, and they're going to come at us as hard as they can. And I think it could get, I feel like we're going to have to score tomorrow, and they're probably saying the same thing.